3 a.m. and I'm playing Geoguessr. I've got Community World again, because at the moment it's a good map, I think. It's pretty balanced in terms of coverage. Maybe I'd like to see more in the cities, but it has a lot of countries listed. So I've got 10 minutes on the clock, moving, panning and zooming. Get into the first game. Let's see. So I'm trying to focus on the basics now. So I've got all white road lines. This interesting little house here, I guess it's like a shed. Oh, maybe it's... I don't know, maybe it could be the public toilets for this petrol station. I see probably Cyrillic on the petrol station. Ooh. One thing I haven't been paying attention to is the petrol prices from place to place. So here... 95 is 34.65. That's something to keep in mind. Got a bucket there, or something like that, a tin. And this abandoned building, which is cool. And a bunch of wood. And we've got some signs, so I will move a little bit. I might actually move this direction. I guess we're in Russia or Ukraine, but I'm not sure which at all. My guess would be Russia, but I'm not sure about that. This pole is not familiar to me. It looks like it's wood, painted white and square. But that doesn't really tell me anything. And this bollard. It's interesting. Offhand, I wouldn't have... Offhand, I don't recall the Russian bollard, but I don't think it looks like that, though. And some more Cyrillic here. Just trying to remember, it's been a while since I've seen a Russian bollard, and I don't recall what they look like. It may well be Russia, actually. I'll just go in there. But this is going to be a shocking first guess for the day. It looks fairly northern, maybe near St. Petersburg. But if it is in Russia and it is all the way west, I think we'll be getting 0 points for this one. Let's have a look. But not too bad. So those were Russian bollards. That's interesting. I didn't recall. When I say not too bad, it was 3,500 kilometers away, so 787 points. So it was more central-ish, southern. I actually thought it'd be further north than that, but I guess southern Russia is fairly north anyway. Okay, try the next round. So that's a bit unlucky getting Russia first in terms of points. So this is very mountainous. We've got some pretty dangerous roads here. So it looks like they've got a walking path up the mountain. And this little entryway here, which is interesting. Don't know what to think about that. Let's have a look at the houses down here. So they've got terraces for farming. which I kind of associate with Asia, but I don't think that would be exclusively the case. In terms of the terrain, initially I was thinking South America, like Bolivia or something like that. I'll have a look. There was some writing above the maybe I should zoom back out here. There was some writing above the entryway, and I can't make that out, but it looks like it doesn't look like a Latin script, so I think it's not. Oh, this could be a bus stop actually. I wonder if it's actually India. That could make sense in terms of the language and the mountainousness of it. In terms of where, I'm not too sure. Or could it be? I don't think the language was Bangladeshi, but I could be wrong about that. So I guess they have a range of mountains in the north, right? Am I wrong? Near Nepal? Although these are not really massive mountains, they're just kind of like regular mountains, I guess, compared to Everest in Nepal. Still, I'll go north. Near Jaipur, I guess. I'd like to see, I can't really, for some reason I can't make out mountains on my map. Oh yes, mountains, some hills. Maybe I'll go north of New Delhi. Again, a huge country, so if I get this regionally wrong, it's going to be a big loss of points. But let's have a look. Ooh, actually, it was in Nepal. Was it? No. Oh wow. Yeah, so that actually was right close to the mountains here. I could have gone a little further north, but 208 kilometers away is not too bad. I guess close to New Delhi was not the best guess, obviously. But tipping 4,500 points, so that's pretty good. Not too sad about that. And here we have a much flatter area. And we have, I don't think there are road lines there. This is going to be tricky. It looks like there's like a roadside shrine here. So that may be some help. We've just changed seasons by the look. Jeebus. The cross doesn't really tell me anything. I don't see any language there either. Man, it got muddy really quick. Let's have a look here. The sign's pretty badly glitched out, I guess. Let's have a look. Ooh, so it looks like it has faded, and I can't quite make out anything, like in terms of the structure of the words or anything. Maybe I zoom out, go back, zoom in. Ah, okay. Shooting range danger zone. But it's written in a different language here, with 2 dots above the U. Which I wonder, could be Latvian. That'd be a bold call. I don't think I've had Latvia in like 6 months. They're growing wheat, I guess, or corn. I can't quite tell. I think maybe it is corn. Which I thought corn. Yeah, it could be okay for corn. I'm not sure. I think corn's central, but I forget. I saw something about it yesterday, and I wasn't really paying attention. It was on like a YouTube short, which I clicked on late at night, which had the corn growing regions and what else? That's how much I was paying attention. I don't recall what else it said. So in terms of the poles, I'm not familiar with those either. I don't see any cars. It is quite flat. I think I will go for Latvia. It's in Europe definitely, so it couldn't be too bad, right? No, it wasn't. It was Hungary. Damn. My language analysis wasn't too good there. 1,100 kilometers away, so 2,645 points. So this looks like it could be a concrete road. So I guess we're in Thailand. Does that flag check out? I think so. Yes, we are in Thailand. So we've got the concrete road, the flag, and it looks like Thai language here. I'll get a bit closer. It could be a place name, but I don't know Thai, so it could be anything. In terms of region, I don't know. I wonder if the yellow or the pole is significant. That also I don't know. Can we go up this road? We can. It's quite close to the equator. They've got like a pinata there, or maybe not. Maybe it's just decoration. It looked like a pinata, which would be cool. I feel like people don't use pinatas in everyday life enough. I mean, once a week, once a month maybe, you should be busting out a pinata. That's my new philosophy. If I had children, I definitely would utilize pinatas more, but that's, or I don't know that it necessarily is a child thing. Everyone can enjoy pinatas. Just thinking where to go here. I don't know if the concrete roads are all through Thailand or not. This doesn't look too tropical, which I don't know what that tells me. It tells me it's not Myanmar. Maybe I'll go. This is my favorite way to drop points is to go near Ubon Ratchathani. Ooh, sort of paid off that time. 154 kilometers away, 4,600 points. So that's my best guess today. Oh wow. There's a supermarket nearby with local products. I wish we'd seen that. That would have been good. And a water park down the road. If we'd just travelled to the main road, we would have seen a bunch of interesting stuff, but not to worry. We were kind of in suburbia a bit. So just looking at the language there. The language is all around us. So this is, what are we driving? Right hand side. I would have said Taiwan straight off the bat, but sometimes it's Hong Kong. With Hong Kong, I would have expected to see more English, I guess. I'm sure the taxi was a giveaway too, and possibly the license plate, but I'm not too familiar with those. Is that a bookstore? It could be. Just trying to see what they're serving here. It looks like hot pot, which doesn't tell me too much, and the currency I'm not too sure. Could be a goat restaurant. They have a lot of goat restaurants in Vietnam as well. Very popular. Although this, if they're selling goat, that goat is a bit too cute to be drawing people in, I think. And then maybe a bat restaurant. Looks like maybe healthcare. And a big 35 up there. A temple here. Yeah, cool dragons. I guess that looks kind of like a Chinese temple. I'm not sure what this big 35 is about. Weird. A California pizza here. So that's the first English you've seen. I guess we're in Taiwan, and I guess we're somewhere... Whoops, I've forgotten where Taiwan is. I guess it could... I may as well go with Taipei, I guess. And... Ooh, interesting. I've never had that. I guess that's part of Taiwan. I'd never noticed it. That's really cool. It actually looks like a dragon itself. So I'm not sure what would distinguish that from mainland Taiwan. But still not too bad, 261 kilometers away. So those last two rounds I think saved me. The first couple were rough. Maybe the rounds 1 and 3, Russia, that was difficult. And Asia, Europe, which I got the wrong country. And then India, which is not too bad regionally. Somewhere over here. Taiwan, and Thailand was not a bad guess either. Okay, 16,845, that's what I've got to beat this round. Let's see. So straight away this brickwork looks striking. And these windows, look at that. Like windows with doors included. Not sure about the rubbish collection, so they're just dumping it on the side, on the corner here, which is not ideal. And this looks like a well cover or something like that. Not too sure. Oh, interesting. These striped posts, they don't ring a bell, but if they're widespread, that would be very useful. I'm just... let's check this sign. Solid yellow. I'm not sure about that, or the poles. I do have to get better at poles and signs and road lines and all the rest of the stuff. I was thinking Romania here. I hope I'm not wrong. So I'm trying to put it together with the colourful houses. This yellow filled giveaway sign. The road quality. So they're painting the bottoms of the trees as well. I think these are Romanian things. If they're not, I'm going to have to reteach myself. Just having a quick look here. He's putting the garbage out, or they are putting the garbage out. I thought they were being sick, like they had a hangover or something. Yeah, I don't like. It's unfortunate for them that they have to put the garbage just on the street like that. Unlucky. They're lacking some of the services. Although, if someone's coming and collecting the rubbish, then I guess it's a good system. So I'll guess just central Romania. Ooh. That was Russia. Tambov. So try and unlearn what I thought was Romania. It's the yellow sign. The colourful houses. Those poles I didn't pay too much attention to either, anyway. So that was a pretty bad guess. 2,305 points. So Russia with the yellow filled sign. Looks like we have yellow centre lines here. Quite wide. I guess we're in the US or Canada. Got pine trees and driving right hand side. This all checks out. Looks like they don't have front plates, which I don't exactly recall. And they've got miles per hour. I don't exactly recall who does and doesn't have front plates. These road lines look quite wide in the centre. I don't think it's Canada, if I'm not mistaken. And we've gone into a bit of a drier season here. It's pretty open. Not too much around. No farmland either. Well, in this particular area, although this could be farmland. It could be for like cows and or some other animal. What does it strike me as? I don't really have any vibe here. Maybe we'll go the other way just for a little bit. I've got time. So here we're going into different camera quality. It looks less, I guess. Yeah. It's less clear but more but greener, I guess. So coming into a forest here, that's interesting. What about that car? Can't tell too much. It looks like I don't think they have front plates. So we're not going to be able to see that sign either. Okie dokie. But we had some houses over here. Try to get a bit of a closer look. Maybe around the corner here. Nope. Yeah, I'm not really getting anywhere. So got a massive caravan there. That doesn't tell me anything either. Oh, it's actually an RV park. It says something like south of the river RV park. South O River RV park. And the phone prefix is 479. Which doesn't tell me anything. I don't know about phone prefixes. South O River. The O's in inverted, shit, I can't even remember what they're called. Inverted commas? Yeah, I think that's right. So I wonder if it's, the O stands for like Oregon. Do they have an Oregon River? I would think so. There's a river here at the Washington-Oregon border. So RV parks are obviously popular in Oregon, so that's something. Columbia River. Okay. I wonder if they agreed on the name of the river. If they've got the border going down the middle, surely Washington could call it one thing and Oregon could call it the other. Unless there are rules about that, I'm not sure. I don't know, I'm pretty... pretty reluctant to guess all the way on the west here. Because I was thinking somewhere central, but I'll go in Oregon and see what happens. Ooh, Arkansas. Yeah, I wasn't going to go Arkansas. I was probably going to go... I don't know, it's difficult to say now. Maybe not that far south anyway. So there's Ozark. I wonder if that's what the O stood for. In South O... No, it said South O River, right? So I don't know what they were talking about. 2,500 kilometers away, that's a bit of a shocker. Didn't see any route markings for 96, but that wouldn't have been too helpful unless the signage kind of indicated that it was Arkansas. So 1,200 points, that's a pretty bad one. But US can be like that, I guess. Driving right. Don't know, there could be a blue strip there. Just check. Actually, let's check this sign. Oh, okay. It looks like it's Spanish. Pollos. And then I think this says usados, but I'm not sure. I guess it's... Yeah, I guess it's a restaurant side sign. They're open Lunas to... Could be Sabado? 10 AM to 5 PM. And then the address here. I'm not sure what this is, maybe the pickup for the restaurant. Difficult to say, because it doesn't look like there's a restaurant here. Just advertising. So what was I doing? There was a car here, right? There are a bunch of cars and now no cars. Oh well, I'll travel on a bit. Yeah, juices. 50 meters. That's a good freehand monkey. Very good. Looks like Chango. It looks like they're saying there's some kind of Asian influence. Fruit cocktails, sandwiches, salads, cafes, coffees. I'd say this is Mexico. Would be my guess off the bat. This is a concrete road, is it? I don't know if that's Mexico. I don't recall. Driving right. The road is pretty good quality. Not sure about the number plate, and they're painting the bottoms of the sign, bottoms of the trees white. Casuarinas. So casuarina is a type of plant we have here in Australia. So I wonder, I'm not sure if that's what it's referring to. These signs worry me for Mexico. I haven't seen them about. and this concrete road. Is that a business in there? I didn't. There's a lot of advertising for businesses, but I don't actually see many businesses around the place. So they do have the counters here, which I think is a Mexican thing. And this begonias, which is another plant. So it looks like the streets are plant themed, and they've got these plaques which I'm not familiar with. I'm back on the Mexico train though. I think this could be Mexico, but it's strange, definitely. I thought this might have been abandoned, but I'm not so sure now. I thought these were broken windows, but they're just curtains. So there's a political sign painted here, I think, for like a federal election, I believe. Which doesn't tell me too much. Election signage is everywhere, especially in like Asia and Central and North America, or the Americas, I guess. South America as well. Ooh, washing day. Very nice. So I'm going to go for I'm not going to go for Mexico City. I'm going to go for a big city though. I don't think Oaxaca. Maybe I'm scared. I won't go too far. I'll go for Puebla. Ooh, it was all the way on the coast. It's going in my mind. I'm trying to sound it out. Coatzacoalcos. Coatzacoalcos. There's definitely something strange about that location. To my mind, I'm not too familiar with Mexico at all, but I have been there. I wasn't paying too much attention to the roads and the signs and things like that, but I haven't been to Coatzacoalcos. Mr. Pampas. And they've got a buffet. Interesting place, definitely. I wish I'd been closer to the coast. That would have been more interesting, but we're back a bit, and it seemed a bit deserted, that's for sure. So not too bad. 400 kilometers away. I've been to Cordoba. That's probably as close here as I've been. It didn't look like that, I don't think. 4,000 points. Try the next round. And this is drier. Very dry. There's no entry in English. That's interesting. Got the double stop sign just to be sure. Could be driving right. Off the bat I was thinking Africa here just because of the dryness, but I don't know that to be true. And the satellite dishes are all pointing north. So it is quite far south. So I'm thinking, I mean, it could be South America, but I don't think so. Man, they're covered up for the dust, so I guess the dust is a thing you got to deal with. I'd like to see a car. would be great. I think that's I thought we were passing a football field, but I don't think so now. So what are these kids up to? These residents definitely give me more of a African vibe than South American. Ooh, interesting. Lichtenberg, R505. And we've got a church here by the looks, or primary school there. Oh, it's probably a school. R505. So I wasn't thinking about Botswana. Lichtenberg sounds a bit South African to me. Yeah. So we've got the R roads, and Lichtenberg sound South African. It's quite dry. So we're looking for the R5, which whenever I've tried scanning for roads in the past, it has not gone well. Just looking for some logic. So there's 600s here. We were at the 700s. We've got 600s and 100s and 74s. 56, I wonder if that's close to a 5. What was the other one actually? Oh, they're 505 by both directions. 396. And I kind of want to stick to here. 389. 380, 398. 400s. We might be headed in the right request. And now we're heading down again. Man, I hate looking for roads. It's the worst. Butchfontein. I haven't even seen any 500s. How far out can I zoom here? Okay. 81, 316. So we've got the 300s here. 463, that's closer. 430s, 440s. And then we run out of... Oh, hang on. These are D roads. I was only looking at the suffix, I wasn't looking at the... Here we go, we're back on the R's. Sumkey's Dam. There's nothing around here. And we've moved in... Oh, that was Namibia over here. I don't know. Oh, here's the 505. Wow, that was lucky. How far does the 505 go? A long way. So we're kind of looking for Lichtenberg. And now I've lost the 505 again. Yeah. Was Ottersdale was on there? It was. It looks like we're between Ottersdale and Lichtenberg on the 505. Just off the 505, I guess. Ottersdale, Lichtenberg there. I'm not going to try and 5k this. So this is the intersection up here though. And Blytheville exit 3. Does it say... yeah, it does say Jacaranda. That's weird. It's a weird tie-in with the last round. With the road signs, street signs, sorry, street names. Blyderville, Lichtenberg. That's not it. Where's Blythesville? It could be quite small, I guess. So we're heading east towards the intersection. So somewhere like that, I guess. Blytheville. I don't see it. So I guess I'll just pick somewhere a little further south than we are here and go for that. Ooh, interesting, it was right near Lichtenberg. And there's Blytheville there, I just didn't zoom in enough. That's a shame. I was kind of imagining Lichtenberg and Ottersdal as being kind of equidistant. That's a mistake I make a lot. 54 kilometers though, 4,856. With a bit more time I probably could have gotten closer there, but I am very lazy. And this, wow, this signback's interesting. I don't know what to make of it. And we can't go down there to look at it. Wow, that car, actually, maybe not. Offhand it gave me a Porsche vibe, but I don't think that's the case. But it's been there a while. I don't know that they're coming back for it. It's a really wide veranda roof as well. So I guess Asia here. And I guess Indonesia or Malaysia, right? I don't know which though. Malaysia would be my first thought. Got some kind of ooh, cows. Cows kind of make me think of Indonesia. They've got a temporary carport here which has a really high peaked roof. Can't really read that. This number plate looks very short and dark on the edges. Don't know what the architecture's telling me. I want to have a look at this pole. That's I thought it was wooden for a minute there, but I don't think it is. I don't know. Maybe I can hedge and go on Borneo. I think it is Malaysia, but I'm not too sure. Let's check. Oh, it was just mainland Malaysia near Singapore. So nearly 1,000 kilometers away there. That's not great. I was looking for the black sticker on the poles, but I couldn't really see it there. I could have spent a bit more time. So there, United States let me down pretty badly, and that was probably the worst of it. So I am going backwards. I'd like to pick up a bit and get a good game. So this pole right off the bat is very unusual, and I don't recognise it. It's got the 3 insulators on top of like 3 tiny insulators on top of a chunky pole. The road's good quality. It looks like it's a new housing estate or something like that. Are we driving left? We are. Whoops, I got turned around. So this foliage looks very Australian. These poles I wouldn't say look Australian. So maybe it's a region of Australia I'm not familiar with. Which is most of it, to be fair. Double centre lines. This all checks out for Australia. Yeah, that looks familiar. Might actually head the other way. Oh, I think there was a bollard there, but I missed it. I'm too lazy to go back. Did that say keep left? Yeah. Pretty confident we're in Australia. Just these power poles look very unusual, which makes me wonder if it's not all the way west. The lighting I don't really recognise either. Oops, I think that was something to see. So I guess this is like the housing estate office or something. I can't actually read what that says. It's like Micral or Myral. Something unusual. Oasis is the housing development, I guess. I don't know, the number plate doesn't tell me too much. I'd be devastated if this is New Zealand. Let's go back, actually. Wellspring Road, what's that? Wellspring and kerosene. I don't know what that is. That would definitely be telling about the region. They're just too small, some of the regional markings on signs, street signs and things like that. I can't say it. Spud Shed Fresh Food Market, open 7 days. I'm not familiar with Spud Shed. Open 24 hours. That's really unusual for Australia. To be open 24 hours. Open 24 hours, 7 days. It doesn't look like a huge population centre, so I'm quite surprised. It's definitely an unusual location for me to see. I wonder if it is new. Discount pharmacy. Pharmacy warehouse. So in Australia at the moment, Chemist Warehouse is pretty much taking up a monopoly position. So you don't see a lot of other chemists around, and they've got like so many locations now. But this footage is probably old. Yeah, there's a .com.au domain. Welcome to Paradiso Estate, your paradise in thriving Baldivis. Your paradise in thriving Baldivis. I'm not familiar with Baldivis. So I kind of got housing estated here. I don't know where. I'd have to say probably Western Australia. I'll just go close to Perth, but to the east. This is going to be horribly wrong. But I can imagine they're building a lot of housing estates in Western Australia because they do have a pretty massive housing problem there. And housing is very expensive, so... And this, although being familiar as Australia, is really unusual, so I'm just going to pick as far away from me as possible. Yeah, it was. Okay, good. So where was it actually? Oh, there's Baldivis there. Western Australia's interesting actually, because I guess they got a lot of mining money. So some of the stores over there, like the grocery stores, are better than we have in Melbourne. That, to the best of my recollection, although I haven't been to Perth for a long time. So I think the mining money does drive a lot of good produce and probably. Hey, how's it going? Vauxhall. Yeah, Western Australia got a lot of mining money, so that may be why the store was open 7 days, 24 hours, which you don't see a lot for a supermarket in Australia. So what round are we up to? Number 2. That's a good start. Okay. So we've got yellow centre lines and no outside line. Driving right. And that's interesting. I was expecting English, but it looks like it's not. Looks like it's probably Spanish. So we've got the yellow centre lines, and we do have a white outside line here. So I guess we're in Mexico. This sign could be quite useful, but it's blurred. That's no help. How long have I been playing Geoguessr? So I did dabble with it in the pandemic, like about 98% of other people. And then probably 5 months ago or so, I started playing fairly regularly. And then I had to take a break for 3 months. So I'm just back starting again in the last couple of weeks. So totally probably about 2.5 months of Geoguessr. And retaining things is not my specialty, so that's interesting. Cristo del Caldenar. It's a challenge for sure. It's a good challenge. Sometimes very frustrating, I think. And if you're doing it privately, you know, without anyone watching, it's not too bad. But it is humbling sometimes just to completely forget some things. That actually looks interesting. Or, you know, just do a classic bad guess. A horrible guess. When someone's watching is obviously a lot more humbling. A little humiliating sometimes. But I think it's good. I like to stream, I don't know why. It's just... It certainly gets you committed to doing it every day. Although I missed the last 2 days for work. But, yeah, at the moment it's 4 AM. I wouldn't be getting up at 4 AM just to play casually, I don't think. Although this is pretty casual. I think this is Mexico. And I don't know where. It's very flat. And it's not super dry. Not sure what that is. Looks like an old tree stump that they've painted up. Maybe that's a school there, because I think they've got a set of swings. And the kids are playing football here. Yeah, they could be Mexican. Okay, I'll go in. Yeah. I don't know where else it could be. I actually might go close to Mexico City here. Ooh, it was Argentina. Frick. Argentina really does catch me out sometimes. I guess that pole might be something. Velocity Maxima, which I thought could be Mexico. That's pretty bad. I'm not sure. Actually, I wonder if there was a license plate there with the Argentinian black on it. I don't think that was that round. So we're in here, definitely not Mexico or Argentina, so we won't have to make that agonizing choice. Let's check the road's not concrete by the looks, it's bitumen. It's not a step ladder, it looks, I don't know what it is. So it looks like we've got cigarette ads, I think. So I think we'd be, I don't know, oh, it's washing day. I don't 100% know that these are cigarette ads, but they've got that vibe. And they have some serious drainage beside the road. Coconut palms. I was guessing Indonesia here straight off the bat. So I don't 100% know. However, we are quite away from the equator, which is surprising. And the equator is approximately... Oh, here we go. This satellite dish is pointing straight up. That's... Yeah. So I noticed with the satellite dishes pointing towards the equator is quite a good tip. But these two are pointing in different directions, so I don't know which one to believe, but I think we'd be close to the equator is my best guess here. Don't see too much else. We've got this, it's not a flag. Phil Insertus, which kind of looks Spanish, but I don't think it would be. It's got some English language. Is that the Indonesian flag? This I'm not sure about. It looks like it's got maybe a regional flag there. And this may not be the Indonesian flag. It looks like this is just colourful fabric that they've just kind of stuck up there. That's interesting though. A lot of motorbikes, and we are driving left, which I think is true of Malaysia and Indonesia. Don't know what they're up to. What is he holding? Like an axe, but I'm not sure what that is. Very unusual. There's a better look at the banner that they had out there. And this probably has a place name, but I can't really see it. I think I'm just going to have to go for Indonesia, and I'll just go to the main island here. Near Jakarta? No. Ooh, it was further west there. Didn't mean to open the map. Near Tokyo YT. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that far west, certainly. Quite close to Timor-Leste. Let's see here. Black and white pole at the bottom. And we have some language here, which I'm not too sure about at this stage. Let's see what the sign says. That's an interesting font. On a black and white pole. And that language is an Asian language, I'm pretty sure. It's not Thai. It's got an English translation underneath saying to the post office. Hard to see the language, but it looks Sri Lankan, yeah. Is that a bus stop? That's a cool bus stop. I love that one. Although I guess there's a risk of snakes. They haven't really trimmed the grass around the outside there. dialogue. A Milo sign. That's not too much help. Not Milo sign. I think they've taken. Oh, it's a store. Here we go. So they're big on Milo. Let's have a look at Sri Lanka and just compare the language. Man, I had a fail the other day where there was clearly Bangladesh based on the language, and I went, yeah, okay, good, Bangladesh, and clicked on Sri Lanka for some like brain fade reason. So they don't actually show the language here, but I think it's similar to this. Driving left. I guess that's not too helpful between the toss-ups between India or Sri Lanka. It's not Bangladesh, so that's good. And they have the, looks like 3 sections in the dots up here, which I didn't know. I don't know whether that would be the case. So I guess in Sri Lanka, north of Colombo, was further west. That's good. Thanks for pointing me in the Sri Lanka direction there. I think I would have got there, but I would have ummed and ahed about a lot of other places first. Just having a look. Laos, so it wasn't Laos language or Cambodian. Which I would be looking at, and then I'd have a problem with India. But I'm better on Bangladesh now. The tip was, the observation was that they have a lot of left pointing arrows, which is kind of a rude way of referring to the alphabet, but when you look at it, a lot of it has left pointing arrows, which is a tip for Bangladeshi language, which you should just be able to recognize it off the bat, but I struggle sometimes. I confuse it with another language, I forget, somewhere in India, I think. So here we have a pretty desolate area. Let's have a quick look at this sign. Ooh, snow coverage. That's interesting. And that could be Cyrillic. I haven't seen this before. Like something directly on the intersection. I think it's a bus stop. I can't be sure. And this building, mixing up India and Bangladesh is easy. I don't know. I do it a lot, so I don't know. I don't know if it's easy for everyone, but I do make that mistake a lot. I'm not sure what this. It looks maybe like a substation for the power or something. I haven't seen the bus stop on the intersection before. I'm pretty sure it's a bus stop. So we don't have a bunch of bollards here, or bollards anywhere, but we have a directional sign. Oh, okay, good. So this is dual language, Latin and Cyrillic, which I think of around here. Oh yeah, I do have that on. It hasn't been too obstructive today, but yeah, I put that on just because I really don't like the car matter. It's unavoidable in some cases, like in I guess Mongolia or Kenya maybe, or somewhere where they've got the bigger cars, but the one downfall is you can't look close to the road. Like sometimes you just can't get an angle on something that you want to see close to the car. So sort of my objective is it'd be great if you could play as if you just got dropped down here and we're just using the surroundings to find out where you are, but that's never going to be the case because they've got camera generations and rifts and all that kind of stuff. So, but then the one big help in most places is the license plates. Like if you were anywhere in Australia and you just walked up to a car and looked at the license plate, you'd be able to tell where you are, but they're obviously blurred in Google, so that real life meta is taken away to some extent. Obviously you can still see some aspects of the license plate, but so it's looking here, there's a few places where they have dual signs, and I don't quite recall. These signs are obviously distinctive, but I don't really know those. Where were we coming from? Oh right, that one wasn't dual language. So, I wonder if it's definitely around here somewhere. What about, not Albania? Quite a few mountains. I wonder if it is North Macedonia. I'll just check out this sign as well. Just looking for somewhere that I'm familiar with. Not those. It's weird how some of the signs are dual language and some are not. Unusual. So Dragovishchitsa. I don't know what that sounds like. Dragovishchitsa. Trecoliano. Let's look at the language here. That seems like a weird character, and this one seems like a weird character. So Geoguessr has a spreadsheet with language differences, which I haven't studied all that well. I'd like to in the future. This character looks very distinctive, and the little E, the small E. That's like a Korean character, almost. This is not going to go well, I can tell. It's not Greek, right? Yeah, I don't think so. That's good. that would be a classic fail. Montenegro. Well, Serbia, I've never been in Serbia. I'm not sure if it's covered, but they do have this E quite predominantly. That's a risk because I've never had Serbia. I'm sure it must be covered, right? Serbia is mapped. So I think this looks like it could be Serbia, but Dragovishchitsa. Yeah, I make some blunders sometimes by picking places that aren't actually mapped, so that's an automatic fail. I feel like that's a common one when people start, is just not knowing that certain countries aren't covered. I think we could be Serbia, and I'll go just south of Belgrade, because I don't think it is Bulgaria. Damn. That's annoying. Just comparing the language there, it looks quite similar, Serbia and Bulgaria. 281 kilometers, that's the great thing about this area, is everything's quite small. So yeah, if you put Australia here, you could guess Ukraine on France and still get more points than if you guess Perth on Brisbane, which could in certain circumstances be quite hard to tell apart. 15,373, this is not making out to be one of my best days, especially Africa. This I think is Russia or Ukraine. I think they both have this crossing with the little man with 3 steps and the little bit missing from his leg here, and the filled yellow. Especially Russia. If you guess wrong there, it's going to be a problem. And the fact that sometimes it's difficult to tell between Ukraine and Russia, so you can be miles away and still be in the wrong country and think you had a good guess. Well, if it's Russia, I'd pretty much just going to have to go on vibes, unless we see a very obvious street sign. That's interesting. Don't know what it is. Looks like some bus stops outside a school or something like that. It's outside a shashlik restaurant, I guess. Oh, that's seating. Okay, that makes sense. Outdoor dining. So I guess it does get kind of warm, at least some of the year here. Driving right, of course. Got a Russian style car. Here's a bus stop by the looks. There is a cool Russian bus stop. I think it's a Plonket side or something. Or dock. I'm pretty sure this one isn't represented. It looks pretty ad hoc, but I like it. It's very nice. Always, I think they should have a bin at a bus stop, if possible, but obviously here it's not possible, by the looks anyway. So I'm just going to have to drop it somewhere in Russia. Although it could be Ukraine, I'm not too sure. Yeah, okay, good. I was going to go near Moscow. I went near St. Petersburg earlier, and that was too far out there. I think we were around here, or further west even. But yeah, I'll guess in the middle here. Is that a major road? Kind of. I don't think it's going to be this major, but I'll just drop it there. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to be pretty disappointed with myself, where was the car? Down this way? Because in that region, a lot of the cars are imported from Japan, and they don't convert. This is what I've heard, and I've observed only once, I guess. They don't convert the car from left-hand drive, which they have in Japan, to right-hand drive, which they have in Russia. So, obviously, because Japan's quite close. Because it's quite close, it's a lot cheaper just to import cars from there, but they don't convert them because that's expensive. And I never check on that. I always think about it after the fact. Still 213 points, not too shoddy. Yeah, I should have checked on that. That's on me. And I don't know if it would have come up, but this bollard, I do not know. we're driving right. We have a little street sign up here. Ooh, that's interesting. So it's a green sign with a red bus on a white background. I don't recall ever having seen that before. These houses make me think of Africa. Driving right. Ah, and that bollard. Yes, that could make sense. The road quality is really good. And just one white centre line. Bontibor. Bontibor. Sounds kind of French, but it may well not be. But we are driving right, which would mean it's probably not in the south. I'd guess Ghana or Senegal here. I'm not sure about this bollard. It'd be handy to retain a little bollard knowledge. I keep watching videos and looking at comparisons and things, and little bits stick here and there, but not a huge amount just yet. The soil is quite red, which I have seen east of Dakar, but I wonder if Senegal looks... Ah, that's right. It could be Senegal south of the Gambia. I wish I knew those bollards. I don't think that's going to be too bad a guess. I mean, it could be Ghana, so it could be hundreds and hundreds of kilometers away, but let's take a guess there. Oh, it was Ghana. Right on the border with Togo. I feel like bollard knowledge would have helped me out there to nearly match the kilometers to the points. There must be a distance away where the kilometers match the points, which would be, I guess, 1,830 odd. I'll try for that next time. Is this concrete road? It is. And I was thinking concrete road Thailand, but I think it's Indonesia, right? Or maybe not. Man, I'm having a real struggle at the moment between Indonesia and Malaysia. I think the concrete road would be more Indonesian. A lot of political signs, which I don't know if that points one way. I guess to my mind that would be more Indonesia. Meerkat Nationalists. I don't think it says meerkat, it says Merakyat. Tanjong. Well, I definitely hope it's either Indonesia or Malaysia, otherwise that could be trouble. Got banana and regular palms here. Not sure what they're growing here. Could be, looks a little bit like corn. We have cigarette advertising. Got some petrol for sale. Looks like they might have sold out of petrol. And yeah, it's 30,000 rupees for cigarettes. So rupees would obviously be Indonesia. I'm not really familiar where regionally they'd have concrete roads. Oh, I wonder if that would be an island thing, a Borneo thing. Oh no, what am I thinking? I better just guess not too far from Jakarta here. Ah, it was Sulawesi. That's annoying. I thought about going Sulawesi, but it's all the way over there, so it's easy to drop points, but nearly 1,500 kilometers away. Indonesia is a tricky one. It's very spread out. Anyway, I didn't risk it, and I didn't get the biscuit. Driving on the right here. And again, my bollard knowledge is going to fail me. It's like a square. It looks like it might be concrete painted white. I don't even think I've seen this one before. That's really unusual. They've painted the bottoms of the trees here. Driving right. Looks like there's red on the number plate on that particular one. I don't think there is on this one. There could be red on the number plate. Some pretty big mountains there. And deciduous trees. And they've painted the bottoms of the telegraph poles as well. Don't know that that tells me anything. The car plate has like an orange or red on it. Yeah, I thought the first one looked like it had a red strip on the left hand side here. It looks like they do have like a red strip on the left hand side, which is probably telling. Some big mountains here. And a junction box for the electricity. I wonder if this could be I'm sure the red is something like Albania or something. I think Albania. Yeah. I think Albania too. Unprompted, I thought Albania. They've got Cyrillic here. And they're definitely... I wonder if that's political or it's a wedding. Or something else. I think Albania has the red. And we've got Cyrillic. That is a really cool bus stop. Looks like it cost a lot more than it needed to. But I don't see a garbage bin, and I don't actually see any route information, so I guess they just got one route and the bus comes every now and then, which could explain it, but yeah, very nice. So Albania, I think... Austria? No. Where did they put Albania? Here. I'd like to visit Albania. That would be... It's on my list of 150 countries I'd like to visit. But I think it'd be a really interesting place to visit. Looks like there's mountains all about the place, so maybe... How big is it? Not too big. I'll just go central here. Oof. Yeah, the other option would be Kyrgyzstan, I guess. I guess the bus stop could have been a pointer. Red on the plate. Just kind of curious. Quickly. Yeah, like that. Maybe the bus stop was a bit of a giveaway. Because, oh, I didn't say that. Maybe not Albania. If there is Cyrillic, I convinced myself that Albania, they did have Cyrillic. Do they not? A lot of the surrounding areas do, but Albania doesn't. Oi, oi, oi. 400 kilometers away. No, 4,000 kilometers away. 4,655 kilometers away. Yeah, that was on me too. That bus stop looked very Soviet. Not to worry. onward and upward. So this looks like they're going left, right? And oh, here's a bus stop. I like this one too. It's simple but functional. I guess we're in Africa. Oof. Here's where the car blur cannot completely cut out the vehicle. However, I haven't really learnt too much about car matter because most of the time it's blurred, so I'm not exactly sure where this vehicle would be. Country government of Bomet. And they're driving left. It is pretty red, the soil. Ooh. This is where my lack of flag knowledge comes into play. Out of play. Because I do not recognize that flag. But it's not South Africa. I'm just looking in the south because of the left-hand drive. So what are the other options? Uganda, Kenya, or Botswana? It's very lush. Bomet. What does that say to me? Not sure if that's a yellow backplate or not. And if it was, I don't know if that would be helpful to me. That flag. I wonder if it... I don't think it's Kenya. It's not South Africa. I'm kind of not familiar with the Uganda flag, but it could be. Some very red soil. I don't know about this foliage either. Left-hand drive. I think I'll just go in Uganda. Where is it here? This could be a horrible guess. Thanks for joining me anyway, Bob Voxel. Have a good day. You could be coming to the end of it. I'm just at the start. But have a good one anyway. Oof, it was Kenya. Is that the Kenyan flag? No, it wasn't. It wasn't a flag. Because, yeah, it has the shield in the middle of the Kenyan flag. Unless it was a stylized one without the shield. Or maybe it wasn't a flag. It was just some colours on a sign. So if guessing the wrong country, that was the best wrong country to guess. Let's view the results. So going backwards, not even 10,000 points thanks to Russia. And my slip up in Albania, which was actually Kyrgyzstan. Difficult times. Let's try and crack 20k this time. So this looks like South America. And I wonder if they've got a flooding problem, because why would you have such a high slab? And some interesting paving here. And a cool bin. I love that. And it looks like it's a washing day. There's so much to see here. They've actually got rubbish collection. That's really interesting. I can't read the crest on there. Crest. I'm not sure what it is. Whatever it says on there, I can't read it. Capilla Advertiza del Septimo Dia. Don't know what that means. I would think it's Spanish. I'm not sure what this electricity meter would indicate. I mean, straight off the bat I was thinking Peru or Chile. It looks like we're quite a way south based on this satellite dish. If it's pointing towards the equator. So let's see what this says. This could be handy. So I'm not sure. Chileza. Mokaya. Difficult to say with that sign. I'm not too familiar with that. They've got some really fresh telegraph poles as well. This kind of reminds me of like a valley in Chile, but I could definitely be wrong, and probably am. It's quite dry and there's mountains nearby. And where's the equator? Oh, at Ecuador, obviously. It could be Argentina, maybe. I hope not, because I'm going to drop it in here. North of Santiago. Ooh, it was all the way now north. Got the right country, but the wrong part of it. 1,200 kilometers away. I'm pretty happy that it was Chile. But yeah, not a lot of points there. I don't think this is going to be my 20k. Driving right here, which is interesting. It looks, I was going to say it looks quite Asian. Apartment commercial for rent, and then they've got, it looks to be Korean here. And maybe Chinese here. That's surprising. Or is it Japanese? I think it looks Chinese. Mingli supermarket. Driving right. There's this bus stop, which is kind of cute. It looks like it needs a little repair, and obviously they need a garbage bin there because people are just dumping their trash anyway, or rubbish, as we say in Australia. It's a very unusual place. I guess it's an island. But I don't know where. Driving right. I wonder if it's some American influenced island. I don't know what Puerto Rico looks like. I'm sure I had one yesterday. Just not sure about the Korean language on that sign. That Arizala Apartments System Services Company. It's predominantly English, right? For rent, yeah. Predominantly English. Looks like it's got Precinct 1 House of Representatives. Please vote. I wonder if it's Hawaii or something like that. I don't see any mountains. There's a lot of palm trees. Hollywood Video. Are they still open? That's amazing. They still got the posters. I don't recognize any of these movies. I guess that is like a superhero movie, so Maybe they are still open. And then MGM Poker, which looks pretty seedy. Something very unusual about this place. I don't think Hawaii would be a good bet. I don't know what I'd be looking for in Hawaii, but something unusual. I wonder, what are the other options? Dominican Republic? Maybe. I don't know what the Dominican Republic looks like. Let's just go there and see. Ooh. Northern Marianas Islands. Mariana, sorry. I'm sure if you knew that, then you know that. But I was not thinking Northern Mariana Islands. 14,537 kilometers away. A total of 2 points. That is not only a low for today, that's like an all-time low. I don't know that I've had less than 2 points without getting 0 points. Even 0 points is quite hard to get. So 2 points there. Yeah, this is not my 20k round. So that's an interesting poll. I'm not familiar with it. And quite a small signpost here. So it looks like French, and I think that's a French bollard, right? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Because sometimes they speak French and they're not in France, which is pretty rude. Grand Cours La Cep. So there are some pretty big mountains here. I don't think there's going to be anything too interesting to see around about here. Looks like a lake. I wonder if this is like northern France. It's a very green water. And this is an unusual setup. It looks like they've got a chimney and then I don't know what's going on there. Unless it's... No, I was going to say unless it's some hydro thing, but I don't think that's the case because this looks to be a pretty still body of water. So I don't know what's going on there. Unless they're running a still, that could be it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to see much else. It's a really picturesque location though. And I do believe we are in France, I hope. With the French and the French bollards. Maybe to the west of Paris. It was further south, near Lyon. Yeah, okay. I meant to pick closer to Switzerland. With the lakes and the mountains, but I did not. Disappointing, but not too bad. Certainly better than last round, where I got 2 points. This time 3,500. No, 4,365. So a few scenic points around there. In French. Timothy Delay. I don't know who that is. It was actually a river, not a lake. Which is interesting. It looked pretty still though. Yeah, nice. So slowly creeping back. What's with these road lines? It looks like I haven't really seen those before. With the all white road lines, but they're black backed. It looks like they've put down some bitumen underneath. I say all white, but there's a yellow one over here. What does this sign say? This would be very telling. It's like, because I don't have any ideas at the moment. I'm pretty sure that's yellow. And we're driving on the right. Oh, It's a bit unusual. It's America. That's interesting. I've not seen that road type before. I don't know where San Bernardino is. On the 395, let's scan and see. Where would San Bernardino... Maybe I'll expand the map a bit. Hmm. 550, 191, 395. I probably need a few more pointers here because America is a big place. Nationwide truck care, not useful. It looks flat and dry. I wish I knew where San Bernardino was. I've certainly heard of it before. California is obviously what I'd be thinking of most. Oh, there's the 395, thank gosh. And there's San Bernardino. Yeah, okay, good. Whew. Yeah. I came to my senses and thought, yeah, it's probably California. Exit 206 is to the southish. I don't know if the exits will be shown here. What would an exit look like? So we're heading northeastish on the 395 towards San Bernardino. So where does the 395 go from here? Does it go south of San Bernardino? These are all questions I don't know. Maybe not. So we're heading northeastish. I can't really make sense of that. What are the exits here? 408. I don't know if that's an exit number. There's a pool club here. It's a pretty next to axe throwing. That's the new corporate thing, is to go axe throwing with all the managers getting together and axe throwing. A pool club nearby the spaghetti of the highway. Wonderful. I don't see how that's going to work out. The 395 seems to end here. I guess I'll just click here. Hope it's not too far away. It was quite a way away, 48 kilometers. I must have been reading the map wrong there. Because I thought we were approaching San Bernardino from the south. We've got Kramer and Kramer Junction. Boron. Some great names in the desert. 20 Mule Team Road. Borax Visitor Center. I kind of want to go there and see if it's got anything to do with borax. Silt and Rich, and then just randomly Edwards and North Edwards. Cool. Not too far, 4,871. Yeah, I already had a couple of fails this round, so this is not going to be... It's not going to save me. I'm on less than 2,000 at the moment. 12,000 at the moment. I don't know that that's a bollard or anything. And I don't think I'm going to do too well here. Don't really see much to go on. This is going to have to be maybe vibes, because I don't think there's going to be any signs or anything to go by. There was birch. One birch tree. And there is some kind of farming going on. So we're on a dirt road. On the way to nowhere. I guess Europe. And I don't know. There's no mountains or anything. It's very flat. Maybe I should go Belgium. It's never Belgium, so I'll go Belgium. Ooh, it was Estonia. Unlucky. Well, I just gotta quickly take a whiz, so I'll be right back. I'm back. So totally less than 14,000 for that game. Let's try again. Ooh, these are interesting. Plants. I guess we're in the US. They've got a wagon here. A covered wagon. Just straight off the bat, I committed to US, which could be a mistake. Yeah, I'm not sure. This stop sign looks a bit suspicious. And it says exit UIT gang by the looks. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to find out what's going on here. Just trying to decide which way to head. Let's have a look at this sign quickly, if we can. Main entrance exit. This says Blood River of Wagon. Or something like that. It's obviously some tourist town. Whoops. Presumably in the US. Let's have a look at the other side of the sign. This all sounds very Dutch. Voetrekker Monument. Ontvang's Reception. It's dual Dutch and English. I wonder if it's maybe South Africa. But it could be, there's a lot of Dutch in the US as well, in some regions. Is it Pennsylvania Dutch? What about the number plates? They look very dark. What is ZA? Maybe it is South Africa actually. Oh, here's the Ontvangs. I heard about the Ontvangs from the sign. I want to actually get out of this, whatever it is. Get onto like a normal road for once. Let's see what's going on. Are they driving right? That sign was set up for for driving right. Der Afrikaner Handelshuis. And they've got a bunch of languages, so it's definitely a tourist area. And I guess in South Africa, there's a bicycle route, and it's very dry and very red. Actually, I don't know about South Africa, the road lines. I haven't been paying attention. These are yellow outsides and one single white. Driving left though. I'm just going to drop this in somewhere in South Africa. Don't know about the red soil. I'll go... Kimberley could be right. Go nearby Kimberley. Ooh, it was all the way in Pretoria. So 500 kilometers away, and I'm just going to check out what was going on there with that. Fort, I guess it was around... So it's some military fort, I guess. Probably from the Boer War. That would be my best guess. So 3,790. Not great, but okay. This hopefully... I don't think this is South Africa again. Some reddish soil. Some low hills or low mountains. Got hedges. It's kind of like a UK thing, but these don't look like super kempt hedges, so I'm not sure that this is the UK. I kind of wanted to go see those buildings, but I'll see these ones down here instead. It's pretty open at the moment. I wouldn't necessarily just drop in the UK because of hedges. Can't go up the driveway. Dang. Don't think that's a bus stop. Maybe it's a feed bin for livestock. Man, this location I can't really get anywhere interesting. Well, that's showing anything interesting. There's a bath. That's kind of interesting. I guess that's for livestock as well to drink. I don't know. I could do a lot of clicking here and not get anywhere, so... I guess the UK could work. Just not sure about these buildings. Let's have a look. I guess either without having any knowledge, I would guess Ireland or Yorkshire. So I might go, I guess Ireland. I'll just go west of Dublin. Ooh, it wasn't even, it was France. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I should have thought more about it. I didn't think the hedges looked very UK. So that's France. Okay. That's no problem. 2,690 points. Not a great haul of points there, but let's see. This looks like it could be a rice growing area or something, or they've just had a lot of rain. We're heading west-ish. Yeah, heading east-west. Not sure where to try here. It's some red soil, reddish. And not much else. I think it's just wet. Man, the Google car was lucky not to get bogged here. Ah, okay. Here we go. So I don't know what to think about that. Got some cows. It's certainly Asia. Like low-lying Asia. I'm just going to get some more coffee. Very low-lying, I'd say. I can see myself getting this horribly wrong. So my initial thought was this is like rice growing, but I don't think that's the case. Yeah, I'm gonna get this badly wrong. So, Google Cars had its struggles here. It's on a wet, muddy road, dodging cows. It'd be great, you know, interesting job sometimes. Just touring around, and sometimes it's highways, sometimes it's back roads. I've got this here, which looks like it's a bridge, obviously, but it looks like it's got a water pump or a water gate, so they can stop the water going from one side to the other, or let the water through. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is planned. It looks like it could be a rice growing area. Oh dear. I think I'm going to go in Cambodia. I think that's a bad idea. I'll just go central. I've got no other ideas. I think it was. Wow, good. 46 kilometers away. 4,878. That's refreshingly close. I've had some shockers lately. I think that's a yellow center line. I'd be surprised though. Except that, yeah, okay, I think this is the US. Or Canada. It's like Pennsylvania. That's my guess straight off the bat. Pennsylvania. I don't actually know if I've guessed in Pennsylvania before, and I have no real idea what it looks like. Alaska. I think that's bait. That has to be bait. Bray and Bray Harbour. So this could be Canada, I guess, but I don't know. Bray Harbour kind of sounds familiar. It's there's a church here with the cemetery out back. So it's quite a small area. Interesting. So I've got the 164 and the 138, but it doesn't look like the US highway signs. Man, there's more cemetery than town here. More cemetery than live people. And here's another cemetery. Oh my gosh. And they've got kilometers per hour. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe it's New Zealand. Bray Harbour. It does sound familiar, Bray Harbour. I don't know where Alaska is. Oh, actually, there was the frick. The highway signs, or the road numbering 164 and 138. Just going to check and see if that looks likely. Maybe not. No, maybe my brilliant idea that it might be New Zealand is maybe not right. 164 and 138. So it's got kilometers per hour, so I just, do they use kilometers per hour in Canada? I would hope so. Just want to see like a speed limit sign or something. 164 and 138. Maybe I'll have a look in Canada. Maybe they weren't baiting me about Alaska. Ooh. But that would make this the Yukon, which I do not think that's the case. Where are we? I've lost myself. $37. $93. I'm looking for the 164 or the 138. Which seems like a long shot. I need more information, but I don't know how to get it. Let's keep going down this way. I don't want to dick around too much. Bray. I don't know where Bray is, so that's not a huge amount of help to me. Bray Harbour and Alaska. It's a yellow centre line. And then these same highway signs. West Point, Coleman O'Leary. So West Point is like the academy in the US, the military academy, but it can't be that because these signs have kilometers per hour. Driving right. So it's not New Zealand, obviously. that was a weird excursion, thinking that it could be New Zealand. Some body parts by the road here. So just check this sign and then I'll just have to commit to something. There's nothing. Saskatchewan, Calgary, Edmonton. Maybe I'll just drop it here. Ooh, wow. That's bad. Where's oh, there's West Point. There's Alaska. A little internet search would have located this really quickly. So you can be sure I'm not cheating, being 3,654 kilometers away. Bray Harbour sounds really familiar to me. Maybe because of one of those Deadliest Catch shows or something. I should have thought a bit deeper into that. Yeah. Why did I pick somewhere landlocked when there was a harbour nearby? That was a real failure of imagination. So, 696 points. Sadly, not my lowest score so far. So we've got a French bollard right there. Driving right. It's a 10-ton limit. And it looks like we are in France. Some big mountains here. It's kind of like before, where it's near the Swiss border. Probably, I'm not going for any records here, so although there are grapes, so maybe not. I'm not going for any records, so I'll just drop it. Here. Ooh, that was really not too far from Andorra. Interesting. 484 kilometers away. Was it a grape? Just checking if it's a grape growing area. I don't recognize any of the places as typically grape growing, so possibly not. Perpignan. It's weird, it's quite a large town, I've never heard of it before. Perpignan. Anyway. Ooh, nearly tipped 16. Still hunting for 20 and I'm way off. I need some good luck here. So the black and white pole here. Straight off the bat I would think Peru. So we've got the Batmobile as well. Amazing. Yellow center lines, white outside lines. A political poster here. I wonder if he won. This is calling for a change, a new time. San Miguel del Fake. I hope it's not pronounced fake. That would be a bit of a blow to his, like, that'd be easy to campaign against. I love how they just paint signs and things, just handcrafted. There's a little church here. It looks like it might have had a watercourse or something. Oh, gardens in the past. I don't think they can keep up with the watering here. It's very dry. And there are some quite large mountains to the northwest, west, northeast, and this big hill here to the south. Okay, Peru. It looks very dry and mountainous. It doesn't really give me a Cusco vibe. Yeah. What's my guess would be closer to Lima. How mountainous is this? Pretty. Oof, wow. It was all the way north. Man, I was being way too conservative there. I've actually been to Pura, so it was nearby Pura. Interesting. It was on the 2A. There was actually a designated road there. Interesting. Near the Las Huacas. What is the Las Huacas? Actually, the place name is Huacas, or the region. A brick that represents something revered. I don't know specifically what that is. I didn't really see it. Maybe it was... I would have thought the church would have been labelled differently. But who knows. So we've got all white road lines here. Some bamboo. That looks like another political poster. I tell you, political posters are taking over the world. Soon every surface will be covered. My thought off the bat here was Japan. And it was not a bad thought. However, I don't exactly know where Ono is. It sounds familiar. I've got the 698 off here. Off to the eastish. I'm pretty sure we're in Japan. I wonder if this is actually... I'll just quickly scan Okinawa. Just because the name Ono sounded like it could be Okinawan, but I don't see it there. Just quickly looking to see if Ono... It looks like it could be quite a small place, so I'm not too confident about finding it by scanning. Man, the road numbers don't show up until you're zoomed quite a way in, so I don't think I'll be scanning for the road unless I can get closer than I currently am, 698. Although here I am scanning for the road. Just trying to get a vibe on where the 600s could be. Not there. I thought we were getting larger as we were going south. Yeah, we kind of are. But then we're in the 190s again, and we haven't hit the 500s. I never understand the logic behind road numberings. A more profitable use of my time would have been to look around a bit more. Maybe not. Ono sounds familiar though. I don't know where we could be. I would guess slightly north of Tokyo. I don't see Ono. I'll just guess here. Oh, it was all the way south. Shocking. This is 698. How... Whoops, I didn't mean to click on the map there. So it would have been quite zoomed in. I didn't see 700s or anything. I wasn't looking too closely, I guess. Yeah, and to find the place names would have been pretty difficult. I'm wondering what this is. It's in Japanese, I can't tell. 3,000 points, that's a bit disappointing. I should have committed south, further south there. It looks like Peru again. That's weird. Dangerous curve. So that's not too much use. Really weird that it's so high though. And they've spammed the bollards here, or the chevrons. What? 35 is the maximum speed they're recommending there, kilometers per hour. So I wonder if we're kind of in the same area. We've got a little stream on the right here, on the left hand side, sorry. and it's quite mountainous, so it's a bit of a throw up. No overtaking. No adelantar. So, I guess I could just go kind of the same region, which I've forgotten where it was. I hate going this far north. I'll go a little further south. Okay, it was further south, just west of Lima. So 511 kilometers away. At least I'm kind of getting a vibe for northern Peru. So that's not too bad. 3,795 points, not a huge haul. But what can you do? So it looks like they're driving right here, which surprises me. Just off the bat. I don't have any ideas at the moment. Man, this sign's seen better days. So it's kind of like square and metal. I wonder what it says on it. It doesn't say stop. I guess it says alto, which would be, oh man, someone told me these the other day in stream. Alto would be Mexico, Guatemala, and somewhere else. Maybe Nicaragua. I'm not entirely sure that I've learned that. But I think Mexico's a possibility. Man, these signs are hammered though. I've never seen such crispy signs. I think that's rust, right? I wonder if that means it's close to the ocean here. Salt water kind of corroding the signs. It's difficult to tell sometimes if they're driving left or right, because they're driving in the same direction on the opposite side of the road. But I think we're safe for Mexico, although this looks to be Pepsi, which is a very un-Mexican thing. I think that's Pepsi. Because normally you'd associate Mexico with Coke. Full fat natural sugar Coke. Ah, here we go. That's more like it. And we've got the currency in shown as dollars, but that's pesos. Yeah, that's a real Mexican scene there. And fruit cocktail. Oh, it's I think it's actually like an arcade game. Man, all their signs are hammered. Yeah, it is an arcade game. That's cool. That looks to be the local hangout. I guess this is not like a huge town, is my guess. And the budget for signs, I don't think they're going to get replaced anytime soon. They do have palm trees, so I do think this is near the water, which may be coming up here. Just, maybe I could be completely wrong about that. I don't know. I'm going to drop it near the water. I'll do it. You can't stop me. East of Mexico City. Well, that's west, but maybe a little further north. Oh, it's the wrong coast. That's unfortunate. 1,337 kilometers away. Ciudad Obregón. I wonder if the fruit machine shop's listed. It could be in Super Katie. I didn't see the sign for the shop. Tienda 6 liquor store. I mean, they've got, oh look, they've got hot dogs. I was going to say they've got the basics, but they've got more than the basics. They've got hot dogs by Amparo. Yeah. Not a tourist town. Okay, next. Don't know what to think straight off the bat here. Driving right and Spanish again. And this does not make me think Spain at all. They've got Heineken. So I don't know what to think of that. Gonzalo's Palace. No, not a palace. Place. Gonzalo's Place, which they've got pool by the looks. First class ambulance. So I wonder about Mexico again. Driving right. Selling online classifieds or something. I remember when the classifieds were in the, well, maybe they still are in the newspaper, but the classifieds in the newspaper was a big thing. Now it's all the internet. 22nd of May, Sunday. Carrera del Rio. I don't know if that's a place or not. Angel Munoz, representative District 18. District 18. I don't know if that's a Mexican thing or not. I think I'll just have to commit to Mexico here. It's the 18th district. I don't recognize this crossing either. I should probably pay more attention to that. Adelante. That doesn't say anything to me. I think I'm just going to have to go. I'm not 100% convinced this is Mexico, but maybe Mexico City. It's Puerto Rico. That's bad. Ah dear. I probably should have known it wasn't Mexico there. I'll play again. Stuck on a bridge, and it looks like a suspension bridge. I don't know that to be true. I don't know exactly what a suspension bridge is, but this is my impression. So we've got the public toilets down that way, and using meters. Maybe I should get a little closer here, see if I can see what's going on here. No. I wonder if this is New Zealand. Can't really read that from this distance. Certainly the place names sound like they could be New Zealand. This is quaint where they put to this road, to Parenga Road, and then a little no exit underneath. I approve. I think that's cool. So, Ataki Gorge Road, not suitable for long vehicles. I don't know Ataki Gorge. The signage here in New Zealand, I think it's in New Zealand, is whack. Like everything about New Zealand is just a little off. A lot of times it's a lot like Australia, but just Something not quite right about it. School bus here. Otaki Gorge. So I'm going to say that we're definitely in New Zealand. Where would you put a gorge? Near the mountains here? What is a gorge? I don't even know what a gorge is exactly. It's like a deep, a river that's cut its way deep into the terrain, but I'm not too sure. There's a Otaki. Otaki River. The Potts Reserve. I don't think this is the place, but maybe it is. Where would the gorge be? At the mouth? No. They've got a bridge crossing anyway. Gorge Road Flower. Maybe we're here. Oh my gosh, a 5k. 2.5 hours in of getting 2-point rounds. Very happy about that. A little unearned. I just scanned and found Otaki, but yes indeed, I'm pretty happy to get a 5k after 2.5 hours of streaming and just sucking. Okay, good. Next round. Now back to reality. Of not knowing where we are. Don't know. This must be indicative of somewhere where they've got the arrows like this indicating the road direction. I wonder if I can get down here, it'd be good to see this sign. I cannot. I'll check this sign instead. Ooh, it's Cyrillic of some kind. That sign looks pretty old school. Whoops, I wanted to go the other way. She's dragging a trolley. I'm just not sure why. Maybe something heavy in the bag. I'm not sure. She's got the look on her face like she's been busted doing something suspicious. So we have these yellow flowers beside the road. I recall seeing them earlier, like I think it was Estonia, but I don't think this is Estonia. But I'm not convinced that it's Russia. We are driving right. Are we? It's the kind of vehicle where it's kind of difficult to tell. Yeah. So we got a cool old tow truck there. Or lift truck. The bottoms of the trees are all painted white. I'm not convinced this is Russia. But I wouldn't know where else to go. Priluki. Oh, Kiev 222. That's helpful. So I guess I was right, it's not Russia. And Kiev is approximately west. 222 kilometers. So, I don't exactly know what road we are on, or how far 222 kilometers would be. Let me just check. I'm just scaling. So it'd be about 2 centimeters at this scale. If I can find Ukraine again. So I think we're a bit closer than that. Either this road or this road. Did we have, oh yeah, Pryluki. And we're heading west towards Kiev. After that 5k I'm going, oh, I should probably try and nail this down, but I don't think there's too much need to do that. It's probably somewhere around here. And it may not be on these major roads. I'd probably not, now that I think about it. So I'll just click around here. Ah, how do I screw that up? Always. Oh, we're heading west towards Kiev. No, we were heading east towards Kiev. I sometimes think my compass is backwards. Or my brain is backwards. Would have been much better to guess on this side of Kiev rather than that side. Still, not too bad, 4,294 points. So I've got 3 rounds to clear 10,700 points. Well, let's try and do it. On Sunday I was killing it in terms of getting at least 20 Ks. Today I haven't even been close. Discount office supplies, book station. So we're speaking, looks like English here. So it says Soraya Beauty Henna Salon and College. Henna, not henna. Just thinking if it was henna that would be quite useful. Or could be useful. Because it's not, it could be indicative of where people would be putting on henna, but Royal Classic Mombasani. This is an embarrassing admission, but I don't know where Mombasa is. Zola Supermarket. The yellow backplate there. Selling watermelons. Very nice. And the tuk-tuk is for sale. I thought we're in Africa here, but I'm not actually sure. This is definitely, I'm not sure what that is either, but I think it's an African one with the snorkel. Kenya police. I guess we're in Kenya. So would I have gone for Kenya? It's pretty unusual. I'm not sure that I would have. Mombasa. It said Mombasa. Kenya here. So obviously I knew Mombasa, but I couldn't say exactly where it was. But having seen Mombasa and knowing it was Africa and knowing we're driving left, I think I would have put it all together without seeing that police station sign, but Utumishi. I don't know that we're in Mombasa, but that's as good a guess as any. What is that? Fort Jesus Museum. Fort Jesus Museum sounds... Wild waters. And they've got beaches in Mombasa and a moonshine beach bar. Suddenly I want to go to Mombasa. I don't know, I'll drop it somewhere here. Roberto's Italian. Nearby Roberto's. So it was Mombasa in the old town. Yeah, an interesting place. Just going to check the beach in Mombasa. Images. Man, search is getting a little... Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Okay, I can see why people go to Mombasa Beach. Keep that one in mind. So that was 4,987. That was very nice. So totally I need fewer than 5,000 points to hit 20k this game. So look, that looked a bit yurtish, but I don't think it is. Hair salon. This gives me Africa vibes as well. It looks like we could be miles away from the equator. I don't think I've had a straight South Africa in a freaking long time. Driving left, and this... Oh, hang on. No, I had South Africa earlier. I'd forgotten. I kind of screwed up the region, but... Ducat Hole. I kind of wonder if this is South Africa. Ooh, washing day. And they've washed their rug, which is a pain in the neck to do. It's just this business here. Ducat Hole. Cash loans. K&B cash loans. Just going to quickly take a whiz again. Be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. Halfway into a high stakes game of... Is it South Africa? We're driving left. Pretty sure it's Africa. What else? Sand supplies. I'm not sure what sand supplies are. This is a cool caravan, that's for sure. It's not just a caravan, it's the office for something. I don't know if this is South Africa. Kind of wondering what side of the road they drive. Oh, that's a South African flag. I think we are in South Africa. Lasaya Tours. Yeah, that's a stylized South African flag there. It could be bait, but I don't think so. Maybe I'll go a bit further south here. Oof, it was actually really close to Lesotho. Lesotho? Lesotho? I used to say Lesotho, but I think it's Lesotho. So that's not too bad. 4,202. And last round, if I can get a touch over 1,500 points here, I've finally cracked 20k. Ooh, chicken chop. Oh no. Chicken, beef and pork. It looks like we're speaking Spanish. Thicanaria, I think. Man, that's some really nice artwork. Mini Super Alto. Oh, I think the door's covering part of the sign. Unfortunately, they got a bunch of rubbish out the front. So this is... Here's something. I don't know any car matter or aerial matter, but they'll be telling for someone. So we're driving right by the look of it. No, surely not. I think we are. Oops, a little far. Just wanted to see that. Just want to see a car up close. Stay parked. So, steering wheel is on the left. So driving right, I think. Yeah. Calle Sin Salida Street without exit, Los Angeles. Here's the address. Monday, I forget, Wednesday and Friday. Man, here's a lot of trash. That's sad to see. Yeah, I think we're driving right. Which maybe that is like a... Oh no, what happened last time? I'm gonna screw this up again. I hope it's not freaking Marianas Islands again. I'll go Puerto Rico. I don't know that it is. US Virgin Islands, that's maybe... Oh, it's Panama. Man, I was not thinking Panama. Oh, that's a shame. Driving right. I didn't actually know Panama they drove right. But I guess through the Americas they do. Okay, I think I might have got the 20k. Oof, just tipped it. Good thing I didn't go for the Marianas Islands there. I think that would have been a step too far. Mexico still would have had it for me as long as I didn't go north. But yeah, it didn't look too much like Mexico. And driving right. Probably got time for one more game. I might have to be quick about it. But... just off the bat, I'm not sure where we are here. This looks like the same... Uh-oh. This might require memory, which is not my specialty. But I remember... oh wow, that's cool. A fire engine sign. I remember seeing these, this style of highway marker before, and I think it was Canada, all the way over here. But I can't be sure. It's the problem of having like a shocking memory, is not being able to be sure. Let's have a look around and see anyway. Oh. So it looks non-English speaking, so I think that looks like it could be French. In which case part of French Canada could be correct. So maybe my memory is improving. Let's not jump to conclusions yet. Aubainville. So here's a French flag. Abram Village. Bienvenue. Bienvenue. Aubain Village. No, Aubainville or Abram Village. I think they're going to be too small to actually track down. Yeah, don't know how worth it is to, and there's just says Service Canada, to track these down, or just to be happy enough to be fairly close. If I had that road number was blurred, unfortunately, because that could be helpful. I forget where it was even here. Yeah, I can't really read that. Maybe 124? 155, 132, 132, 148. I don't really see the 124 anywhere. I'll guess a little further this way, closer to Montreal. Ooh, oh, that's right. Yeah, the last one was Bray Harbour, I think, which I've instantly forgotten where it is, but yeah, I should have guessed further west there. Okay. I've got a vibe for that west now. So this is a wide yellow centre, and the lines are really thin. I don't know if that's saying anything. Can't really read that. And there's nothing for miles. So I guess it's the US or Mexico. But it could be South America, I guess. I hope not. Because I'm pretty firmly committed to speed limit. 75. Okay, that's good. United States, heading south-north. In the middle of nowhere, except that it's Texas. The 163 in Texas. That was lucky. Where did I go? I think I would have gone further north than Texas. Probably somewhere around here. Montana. Man, that would have been a horrible guess. So we're in Texas, heading approximately north-south on the 163. I don't know how easy the 163 is going to be to find. It's the 183. Where does Texas go to? Looks like the dry part. 54. Man, I can see myself just getting annoyed with scanning and clicking anyway. That's my... Oh, Lubbock's up here. That's my standard thing. Scanning, scanning, scanning. Getting bored. And just clicking randomly. Which is probably what I'm going to do pretty shortly. Get the 183, but we want the 163. Maybe it's a smaller road, that's going to be a problem. 83, 287, 207, 214. Maybe I should look for a town or something. I don't want to give up on it, but I don't want to spend a lot of time about it. Yes, a bit difficult. Barnhart, that's not helpful, I don't think. Barnhart. It sounds small. Barnhart. Elk City, Canadian. Perryton, Dumas. Garden City, Scott City. Scott did well getting a city named after him. Good Land. That sounds like a... I don't even know this. I think that was outside Texas. Yeah, okay. I might just click here. Northeast of Big Spring and southwest... No. Yeah. And southeast of Lubbock. So it was nearby. Yeah, and the 163 was listed. Just the resolution, you had to zoom quite far in. And there's Barnhart. Nearby Big Lake, actually. And Whitco. Very nice. 4,405. And we've come up alongside the ice cream shop or gelateria, I'm not sure. So... looks like a Germanic language. Hotel, restaurant, Loriacum. Got the Rotary Club. Rotary Club ends. They have a flag here. One's like a European flag, and the other one is difficult to tell. It's my alarm going off. That's a French flag, and then there's a whole mix. Yoicks. Italian flag or something. I was actually thinking Austria for this one. I don't know why, it's just got that vibe to me. I don't know that that's an official sign. I wonder if it's just Germany. Because I don't really see Handelhaus. I don't really see anything actually that would give a Austrian vibe. Is that a... kind of curious about that machine there. Yeah, I think it is a cigarette machine. And it's selling Gauloise, which is a French cigarette. But I'm pretty sure this is not... Oh, that's interesting. Let me just check the map. So we have France, Germany. Maybe it is Austria. No, I don't like it. I'm going to go Munich. It was Austria. Frick. And after saying there's an Austrian vibe, I think it would have been worse for me though. If I thought Austria, I would have... No, it wouldn't have been. Austria is a small place. Still 4,454 points. I guess Austria has French and German influence, but I'm not too sure. So this is an interesting place. Carne frita, fried meat, beside the road, which is awesome. Driving right. This looks problematic again. Like some American overseas territory. Not sure about this. It's probably indicative of the flag, but it doesn't ring a bell to me. And this is south on the number 1. I wonder if Puerto Rico actually had the... No, I don't think that's... What does this say? Difficult to say. Definitely think this is an American overseas territory or something. Like US Virgin Islands? I don't know. It certainly looks familiar. It looks like something I've screwed up in the past. I think I'll just go for the Virgin Islands. Ooh, that could be helpful, but I can't really see what it says. No, I can't see. This looks like the mailboxes, I think. I think I'll just go for the US Virgin Islands. Ooh, it was probably, yeah, Puerto Rico. I clicked away from that. Luckily not too far, 4,500 points. Very good. And next, what round are we on? This is the last round. So I'll dip out after this. So it looks like we could be in Mexico. Policía is Spanish, Policía. And that looks like a road sign, but it's taken a bit of a battering. Tourist destinations. 6 AM now. Actually, it looks like something to Argentina. Texas. 170. Is there a Texas in Argentina? Not too familiar. Policía Caminera. Yeah, I think that's an Argentinian plate. 2 guys and a dog just watching the Google car. I think that's a police station actually. Is that a police person? Or just some rando? Dunno, looks like Adidas tracksuit. Here's a policeman here, I think. Look pretty relaxed about it. So maybe we're on the 89, heading towards these places. Which I don't know whereabouts they are. 75, 60, I'm not scanning for roads again surely. 89? Hee. Yes, maybe. Where's the 89 stop there? Maybe it could be the wrong 89, so Sainz Pena. Sainz Pena. Well, this particular 89 seems not to go too far. So if I don't see the places here, I think then I've got the wrong 89, but I'm going to click on it anyway. It said Texas on that tourist sign. I don't see it. I'm just going to click Midway. Is there a Texas? Don't really see anything. Let's guess. Oh, it was the right 89. 135 kilometers away. 4,649. Let's check the results on that one. Oh, best score of the day after 3 hours. 21,735. So it just got better. 20k round last round game. And 21,735. So that's a good way to end it off. I'm gonna check out now, get ready for work. So if you're watching, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.